I'm a very good piano player.
Are you?
Oh my god.
We heard some piano before, was that you?
Look at that cap and it's actually my sock drawer.
Is it?
Just every time I open my sock drawer.
Every day it's there.
Yeah.
Labuschagne.
We play against him.
Yeah, he's an annoying bloke to play against.
We gave him a bit of shit actually.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be England's most successful ever Test leg spinner with an average of 20.5?
Amazing, that, isn't it?
So Ben, it's got this terrible habit of getting into people's rooms and using their toilet.
Durham was such a strong side. I was in the side just because I had a banter, I guess.
Right then, dealt with cricket, we're back again. We are at Kent, but what you're going to see now was filmed a little bit earlier in the week. We had the pleasure of driving all the way up to Durham on Wednesday to meet some of their players and chat to some of their players. We had a brilliant chat with Scott Borthwick, England's greatest ever wrist spinner, would you say?
I would say he's England's greatest ever leg spinner, yeah.
Statistically, anyway.
Yeah, fact.
And the bad Brydon Carse.
He's a big, strong boy.
What are your 3 favourite items of tea?
Tea, cup of coffee, a bit of cake, and cheese sandwich.
Any pickle?
No.
And what about you, Brad?
Chicken wrap,
Yeah.
with extra cheese though. A cup of tea, and probably at the end of the day they do these like banging little samosas sometimes.
What, here?
Yeah, normally after T20 game.
Really?
Yeah.
And your S&C's not too fussed about that?
Well, I make sure he doesn't look.
Yeah.
So you said you had to get extra cheese. Is that something you have to ask for? Or
No, it's obviously like
No.
it's all out there.
Yeah.
So but I do like a bit of cheese.
We're
on it.
quite lucky actually, like it's tea time and at the game there's like a bit of a station of just loads of little nibbly bits. Pizzas after T20 are pretty good.
Yeah.
So thanks for spending the time with us, obviously. You were born in Cape Town, that's right?
Port Elizabeth.
Port Elizabeth, sorry,
Yeah.
Wikipedia's let me down.
Yeah, it's changed names though now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, can you pronounce it?
I can, yeah. Verbergen.
Can you do that?
Absolutely not.
Come on then, try it.
Come on, let's try it.
Do it again.
Verbergen.
Rebecca.
He's actually nailed it.
Yeah, you have.
That sounded great to me. There you go. So, and like all young South African boys, you must have dreamt of playing for England one day.
No, actually. Growing up, obviously, I was a massive fan of South African cricket. And then I was just fortunate enough that I had the opportunity to move over here when I was quite young. And then been playing for Durham ever since. And now I hold that very important blue passport.
What was it about Durham that attracted you to here?
I came over and played a season of club cricket in the northeast, only 10 minutes up the road, with the idea of potentially coming to play a couple of games for Durham. And look, as soon as I came over, I enjoyed the northeast, the people, the area. So yeah, I can comfortably call it almost home now, really.
So not Greg's?
I do like Greg's. They do good bacon sandwiches in the morning. Don't tell the S&C that again.
Well, we've come up from London, we noticed there's loads of drive-through Greg's, which is just a revelation.
Can't beat it, mate.
Yeah. What's your favourite bit from Greg?
Cheese pasty.
I'm
going to cheese, yeah.
You veggie or?
Nah, man.
You just like cheese?
Tell you what good as well, the mince pies.
Yeah.
From Greg's?
Proper mince pies, or like us Northerners class mince pies like meat mince. It's like a proper meat mince
Right,
pie.
yeah.
You
With
Southerners
onion.
don't. Yeah.
I'm from Blackburn, so I'm not great.
Oh, wow.
I'm Southern for this.
He keeps trying to do this everywhere we've gone today. He's just trying to prove his Northern credentials, but they're not really there. And he puts on his accent when he's here as well.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
I'm the
try
same,
that.
mate, when I'm back in Sunderland.
Yeah. Well, of course you spent some time down in Surrey.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
And what was it that put you off Surrey in the end? Was it £4 coffees, £8 beers, or was it?
It's just too busy, man.
All right.
Like, just too tired.
Yeah.
Yeah. Loved it. Like, London was amazing, but it does get to the stage where it's like, it's too busy. Like, you live 6 miles away from the ground, it takes you an hour to drive in.
It's terrible.
Whereas, like,
And getting away from Mark Selman as well.
get away from Rocky Eye.
What were you doing driving in London?
Well, exactly, yeah. Daft. Scared of the tubes, I guess.
They are scary. Night tubes as well.
Well, yeah. If you've had a few beers, mate, you feel top of the world, it's fine.
Yeah.
Just jump on it, don't you?
Flying around.
So Scott, you made your county cricket debut 15 years ago. So long ago that Malloy was your first wicket, I believe. Is that right?
Yeah, actually T20s, yeah. 2008, I guess. Yeah, Malloy.
What's your skincare routine? 'Cause you look so young.
Thanks, mate. I've just got such a baby face, mate. Shave once a month.
Is that it?
Once a month.
So when was that? When did you do that?
Probably about 10 days ago.
Really?
Yeah. It's good, isn't it?
It is, yeah. No good at Movember, but
No. It's not a charity I can support.
I'm sure he can support it. It's just not on his face.
He can't do it. Yeah.
what would you say the difference is between 2008 and 2023 county cricket?
Bit more facial hair. No, look, the game has changed so much. I think the way international cricket is played now, I think county cricket always follows. And you look at the way Stokesy and the boys are playing, it's taken it to a new level. And I think county cricket will follow suit. There'll be less draws. There'll be teams that will do anything to win. And being a spin bowler as well, that has changed so much. Like the way batters playing in spin now,
Just going at you.
Almost just like you can't afford to bowl a bad ball because they'll go for six.
How do you deal with that as a spinner?
Put your feelers on the boundary.
Just hope for the best.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Yeah, like if they're going to keep trying at you for six. Like I look at it now as my feelers are like slip feelers, where you're deep long on, deep mid wicket. The wickets.
There you catches.
Yeah, absolutely, mate.
And have you changed your training anything this winter for that or not?
Not massively. I feel like I've played the game long enough to know that my technique probably hasn't changed a great deal. And I know that I can't compete with the big boys and with hit sixes, so I've got to do it in different ways. So yeah, not massively. I just try and back my skills really.
It's a big old ground.
I just run faster.
Brydon, Tim reminded me this morning that you played in the Netherlands. We were there, and I'll be honest, I lost my mind for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I didn't see a lot of the cricket. It was great fun.
You
though.
can do that, can't you?
Yeah. But we got let into. I don't even know if it's a secret. I don't know if it's out there in the open or not. But you got a little tattoo of a bicycle, did you not? And question: do you always get tattoos of things you ride, or is that just there?
No, that's not exactly. Well, I hope not. Otherwise, I'd be covered. No, I'm joking.
You know what? He's not joking.
I am joking. Yeah, that was a look. As you know, in Amsterdam, you do ride a lot of bicycles, and it was a conversation I had with one of my mates after a few beers one night, and it was spur of the moment thing, and we agreed on it, and ended up getting the same tattoo in the same spot of the same bicycle.
It's a shocking tattoo, like.
And how was the tour in there?
Yeah, great. Look,
you can't remember that. He's like you.
Look, to obviously see so many English fans out there, felt like you were playing in England, and great atmosphere. It's a great place. It was a lot of fun.
Be nice to go back out there. Have you got hope? Obviously, World Cup at the end of the year. You've been involved with the ODI squad quite a bit. Is that the big hope for you this year? Yeah,
of course. Look, any opportunity that I get to represent England in any format, I'm going to take with both hands. But ultimately, the focus now is to do well for Durham, and that I'd be lying if I said that wasn't in the back of my mind. But if I put in good performances, it will hopefully take care of itself.
Good. What have you got to do? Basically,
I think. Look, ultimately, I've got to stay fit, and I think if I stay fit and put in performances for Durham, and just play to my strengths and my role for the club. It's been clear my role's not going to change. What it has been over the last couple of years. I'm going to be aggressive and try and take wickets, and try and make an impact whenever I come into play.
Scott, how does it feel to be England's most successful ever Test leg spinner with an average of 20.5?
Amazing, that, isn't it?
Sensation.
Yeah, that feels class, man. Look, that Test match seems such a long time ago. I think I was like 23, 24, and that week of Test cricket, I think it finished in like 3.5 days as well. Like it literally went over in the blur. I can't even remember it. And like Carse just touched on there, like playing for England is the highlight of anyone's career. And that the Ashes, I got called up on after the Perth Test. I think when Graham Swan retired. And that was the test when everything went a bit sideways, didn't it, with Kevin Peters and stuff and everything. But that time for me, I was such on a high. I was just like, buzzing just to be there, really. And like I said, to play that test, burgled a few wickets the second innings, which is, like we said, left me the best leg spin ever for England.
I was at the SCG and I saw it. Thank you for that experience, because I've seen greatness. You were playing grade cricket at the time?
Yeah, so I think so the ECB sent about 5 of us to play Sydney grade cricket. I guess it was on standby, but I mean, I didn't think I was close.
I suppose what we're trying to get to here is, you know, you weren't necessarily preparing for a test match at the time.
Nah, honestly, the story when Andy Flower called me, I was due to fly home the next day, and it was the club's Christmas party. So I got this phone call. It was like an unknown number, and I answered it. Just heard this like African voice. It's like, oh, and he's like, Scotty, Andy Flower here. And I swore. And I said, look, Andy, I'm probably 5 beers deep here. Bear with me. He's like, okay. So then went outside, tried to sober up to speak to him. And he said, look, Swanee's going to retire. We want you on a flight to Perth tomorrow. So I was like, okay. Let me finish my night out. And then, yeah, it's just like I say, the whole trip happened so quick. And then, yeah, I was just on such a high to be in and around an Ashes squad. And then to play the last to get my cap was something I'm really proud of, and even if it is just that one game, it's something I look at that cap and it's actually in my sock drawer.
Is it?
So every time I open my sock
every
drawer,
day it's there.
So it's there. Look, you can't take it away from me. So I'm proud of it.
What were your nerves like when you bowled that first ball before, at the top of your run up before that first ball at the SCG? Like, be honest with us.
Oh, proper, like
climbing
you're minging, horrible. But I remember Stokesy, because he was playing as well, and one of our best mates, he ran up to me, he's like, man, whatever you do with this ball, try and bowl it, try and spin it as far as you can. Right. And I guess that was like the first side of like Stokesy's mindset, where I'm thinking just land it, and he's thinking
put it
bowl
on
a gun ball, he's thinking spin it as far as you can. So yeah, it was actually bowled at Brad Haddon, who actually knew, because I played in the same club side in Sydney. So I bowled at him and he hit it, I think, deep cover for 1. And he just ran down and was like, welcome to Test cricket, youngster. And it made me feel a bit more relaxed, rather than him giving me a bit of jib.
Did you cop any from the Aussies? Aussie fans? Aussie players?
Oh, I can't remember really. I think George Bailey actually gave me a bit of credit, because I batted number 8, I think. And that was after having a decent season batting number 3.
Right.
And I came to bat and he's like, why are you batting behind these numbers? You should be batting number 3, which at the time I was like, thanks man. Didn't dare say anything else. But yeah, that was, like I say, it happened so quickly, and playing in front of us 60, 70,000 full SCG was pretty special.
Brydon, so you're in the change room occasionally with Stokes these days.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that he prefers Potts, but why did he get picked ahead of you? Surely you could have said, come on Stokes, it's me you won.
Yeah, look, credit to Pottsy. He had an unbelievable season.
He brought his PR.
He just bowls faster than you, man. Fair Pottsy, he was mint last year.
Yeah.
Like the first 6-7 games, I think he got 40 wickets, and he was outstanding. You had a couple of injuries at the start of the year, which you didn't play as much as you would have liked, but like I said, credit to Pottsy, because he was absolutely mint.
No, he was awesome.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And is there anyone you're looking forward to? Is there any front pads you want to rip off in the second division this year? Anyone you're particularly looking forward to bowling to? There's a couple of Australians.
Is Steve Smith playing the first game?
No, he's not.
Not playing him?
He's not, no.
He's fancy that one,
I would have, yeah. I would have given him some jip as well.
Labuschagne.
Labuschagne?
We play against him.
Yeah, he's an annoying bloke to play
We
against.
gave him a bit of shit, actually.
Yeah.
I suppose the nice thing is that umpires don't like him as well, so they're gonna do you a favour.
So they might be a bit more lenient.
The thing is, the worst thing about playing against Labuschagne last year was how long he takes.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Oh
he pulls
my
out,
gosh,
like, it's over a mark running into ball, he'll pull out.
There was a bird flying above the side screen. He's like, wait for that bird to move. It's like, man, just
Front
watch
of
the
no one
ball,
in
man.
Cardiff.
Yeah, watch the ball. Like, honestly, we were giving him a bit of shit. He like literally takes 5 minutes to face up.
Obviously, you can't let us into everything. But what sort of stuff do you like to say to people? You know, is it the old school darts player stuff? You know, do you hold your breath when you're taking guard, that sort of thing? Maybe walk around them the wrong way.
That's another where the game has changed. Going back from 15 years ago, like you can't see anything now. And me as captain, the umpires will come up to me and say, Brydon, swear and have a word with them. Or there's level 1. Like, so you just can't get away with anything.
What are the levels?
We were allowed 5 a year, I think.
Right.
And we had 7 last year.
What does that mean?
We got points.
Points,
Yeah,
yeah.
2 levels were Nick Madison's bat was too big.
Oh yeah, I remember reading
and
about
you
that.
swore a game.
It's unbelievable.
Not allowed to swear. So the game is changed. Umpires want to be in control and manage the game.
I think it's incredibly tough on fast bowlers because I've never had the feeling of running in off the long length and then letting go of something that quick and fired up and that feeling.
You're
To
going
be
to
able
say
stop
something.
that,
The emotion's gone at the game.
That's quite a damning statement.
Can't go back,
Yeah, it
can
is
we?
actually, yeah.
You long for 2008, don't you? Right, obviously, we drove up last night, 5 hours from London. Your nearest away day is like 2 hours away. Long journeys. Who's the worst to be either next to on the coach or carpool with?
Matthew Potts.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Knee crack.
Why is that?
Never shuts up.
Yeah, I mean, the other one would be Mark Wood or Ben Wren, because they'll just play France.
I've got a question about Wood. Is it a bit much? Is
You
it
wouldn't
tough?
spend every day with him.
Yeah.
But he's funny, like,
Yeah.
he'll just prank you, and same with Ben Wren. There's things Woody's done on the team bus that I would never share. Kill me.
Ben Rain as well though. Ben
Yeah.
Rain. He's got this terrible habit of getting into people's rooms and using
It's
their
a habit,
toilet,
is it?
but not obviously flushing
Yeah.
the toilet.
Does that a lot, yeah.
Yeah, it
It's
does that a
interesting.
lot.
But some people are quite proud of what they do, aren't they?
Yeah, I don't know. It's his thing.
Yeah, oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
And on these like long coach journeys, occasionally you'll have a long day, right? Maybe down to Sussex or something, right? What's the longest TFC either you've had or someone you've played with has had? Thanks for coming. Worst day ever.
I've probably had a few in my start of my career because, like, Durham was such a strong side. I was in the side just because I got banter, I guess. So I used to bat number 8.
Do you not banter, do you?
I used to.
It's
When I was a youth.
Do you think that's genuine?
No, it's not.
Professional cricket,
I
you were
used
on the
to-
Team
you were on the
because he's got
books.
good banter.
And you were dictating.
I was a good third slipper, and I was a good banter. And I was the second spinner
A good
behind.
banter.
Honestly, I had good banter. I was the second spinner behind Ian Blackwell in batting number 8. And I reckon I would have played 50 games of doing that, 60 games, and like sometimes not even bowling and just batting number 8 like a little clubby.
So who was coach at the time? If it was
Jeff Cook. I mean, like I say, we had 4 very good fast bowlers as well. Ian Blackwell batted number 6, Mustard 7. So like number 8, like if it was a spinning pitch, I'd bowl, and I was just a backup batter, really. Like so. I mean,
it was your chap?
yeah, look, even in 2013.
It wasn't fielding. It was chat.
Probably chat, mate. Just get me on a road trip, mate. But I remember in 2013 when we won the title, Michael Richardson did the same. He batted number 8 as a batter.
Just a keeper
because-
though, isn't he?
Yeah, but he didn't keep. He just batted number 8.
Yeah.
Because we had myself and Stokesy in the top 6 who were bowlers.
Yeah.
So it actually allows you to have the gopher.
So I suppose if
whatever
you're
it's called.
Brutal that, innit?
Yeah,
the
well,
eight you done bowl.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
What is
Proper club.
And if you're
But-
giving advice to young cricketers, then you'd say, first of all, get out of the nets, get down the pub, work on some chat.
Banter, yeah. Banter and good fielder.
Right.
Energetic fielder and banter. I remember I used to field at third slip and Michael Divinil used to field at second. He used to draw me a box. I was like, right, if you leave that box, I'm going to punch you off. And every ball I used to go and talk to him as well. And I used to have bruises all over my arm. Yeah. That
Tough
was
one
my,
to explain to your parents when you come out, isn't it?
yeah, I mean, that was my role.
Who was the best character then in that chain of room for this guy?
Mark Davies was a funny lad.
Was it Seymour?
He's
Not
Seymour,
long,
yeah. Liam Plunkett.
Oh, right, yeah.
Very, very funny. Him and Ian Blackwell together were like unbelievably funny. Like proper pranksters. I remember Pudsey on the way down to, I think it was Brighton actually, like long bus journey. It was went into a shop and bought a Halloween mask. Like, such a scary mask he made. And he was just like walking around everywhere just with his mask on. And he hid in Mark Stallman's shower.
Right.
Like literally was there for like 50 minutes in his room, and Rocky opened it, but just standing there with his mask on there. Absolutely like bonkers those two, like.
Ian Black was an umpire now.
Yeah, he is.
Has he
yeah.
changed? Is he still
No.
a loose cannon?
No.
in the square leg?
Still probably drinks 25 pints a night and expects to umpire the next day. I think he's giving me up some shock. You know, my worst nightmares is when I get Phil Mustard and Ian Blackwell umpiring in the same game.
Right.
The game will be finished in 2 days.
And they just trigger happy.
Oh man,
Yeah.
they'll just be like, right, where's the local pub?
Your favourite?
My favourite, yeah.
Where's the local pub? And they'll come to the pub with us as well. Like, it's just like you can't.
Club cricket, innit? Jesus.
Clubbies, mate.
It's not changing up here, is it?
Yeah.
No wonder you left, sorry.
Far too professional down there, mate.
So what I'd love to know is who gets aired the most on the WhatsApp group? So who puts, might crack a joke in the WhatsApp group, might put a GIF in, no one really responds to it.
To be honest, our WhatsApp group has changed names to DCC No Bants.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Is it
Did
banned?
someone step over the line?
Nah, it's just
It's pretty average.
no one's not fun.
No.
It's normally like a drunken selfie that someone will send.
Yeah.
Mid-game or not?
Nah, time off.
Time off.
But no, like 2 a.m. drunken selfie.
Time off.
And then no one responds. It's like, oh, that's all good.
Yeah. Well, it's better, like sometimes those pictures get put in the serious group.
Yeah, naughty.
Yeah, I was going to say, ever ended up in the wrong
yes.
group?
Loads of
Yes,
times,
loads of
mate.
times.
Anyone ever got rap on the wrist? for that?
No, it's,
No,
no,
it's
it's
just, it's almost like no one talks about it and then it's deleted and then it's like, oh god. Like,
What's best initiation you've seen?
we do like 2-minute speech, don't we, or like a sing song.
Speech?
Yeah.
What about like a keynote speech?
Anything.
TED Talk with Scott Borthwick?
Any 2-minute, talk about anything you want. Right. I mean, we had Brydon Glover,
which was a shocker.
Zimbabwe, and you explain what he did. What's that
He
song?
played, so he stood up with a bucket hat and shades on with a straight face and played that tequila song.
Oh, yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
And he can speak.
Yeah,
But
he
every
just-
time they said tequila, he had a tequila shot.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He did that for
2
2 minutes.
minutes.
Yeah.
It was actually longer because of however long that song is.
Yeah, he did like 6 tequila shots, which we
Yeah.
think it was water.
It wasn't because
But no salt and...
no, nothing
No,
straight.
nothing.
Straight face as well, which was quite
Weak, I
impressive.
mean,
You need the sunglasses, don't you? for
Yeah,
that?
we did have a debate whether it was a speech
Nah, he needs to do it again, I reckon.
because all he said was tequila.
Yeah.
Keynote of that speech.
Ollie Robinson did his as well,
Oh, yeah.
which was very good. Cracked 5 or 6 jokes, didn't
Yeah,
he?
it was good.
Got the lads involved.
He's a nice lad,
I really
isn't
like
he?
it. Yeah, Sid comes Sangakkara, is his name.
Absolutely. Whose kit smells the most?
Oh, Liam Tabascus.
Really?
Not
Does he not wash?
Stinks.
Does he not shower either?
That's
He does.
He does shower,
Yeah,
he's just got
just-
bad kit.
Puts his dirty kit back on, I guess. No, that's just an easy one, isn't it?
Oh, that's an easy one.
He's gonna hate that, isn't he?
So you're stuck in the changing room, say in the batting viewing gallery, and you're next into bat, and it's you and one other person, and I don't know, the pair out there, they're batting forever in purgatory. Who would you least like to be in there with?
Probably is Liam Tabascus.
Yeah?
Because I think he'd be really serious and like, when I'm waiting to bat, I like to have a bit of a jog and be relaxed. Where Trevor would be like, oh, they changed bowlers, oh, they're changing the field, like, mate, I'll decide when I get out there. Like, just let me have a coffee and relax, man. So yeah, I'd want someone who I can have a bit good chat with.
Would
who
you two
is-
be good together?
Yeah, I reckon, yeah.
Saw the darts board upstairs. Who's the best?
George Drizzle's quite good.
Yeah.
He spent a lot of time in a pub though, so that's why. But yeah, I haven't seen a few of the boys play. It'll be interesting because I back myself.
All right.
Yeah,
We
I
saw
will
you
back
playing,
myself. Yeah,
Lovely action. Lovely action.
good action.
I'm not
Still
great,
head.
to be
I had
honest.
a debate. Do you think dart players get injured?
Yeah, Rich.
Yeah, they get
think
the
so.
yips, don't
They
they?
do, yeah.
Yeah.
What hips?
Yips.
Yips.
No, but
They
that's
don't.
not
Miss
an
the
injury.
ball.
That's not an
No, it's a
injury.
mental injury, man.
You got to take these things seriously.
Yeah,
Tennis elbow, maybe.
I think so.
I have just a dodgy finger. I think darts though shouldn't be a sport.
Why?
Shit.
Okay, why should it? Well,
Yeah, but I think that's
shit,
it, but-
I reckon. But like, if I practice for a year, I'll be on the tour.
Well, you've got a
Oh, look at this, mate. Okay, wait.
That's his retirement plan, don't we? That is a retirement plan.
Boom, boom. Right, you practice it, mate. We hit a moving ball.
Yeah,
You
it
just
is repetition. But
But when
can
you-
you do it in front of 5,000 at the Ali Palace?
Yeah.
Screaming your name.
Dressed like John
Absolutely. You've seen him ball under pressure, mate. You can't play sport with a pint.
Have you ever yipped up bowling?
Lots of times, mate.
So I mean, that could plague your darts career in later life, just the thought if you did.
I remember once bowling, I was like, when I taught me the yips, I forgot what foot to go forward from.
What, when you set
So I
off?
step off and like,
Oh my word.
one go like left foot, and I was just like, oh my god. Like, it took me 5 minutes to just start off. It was at Scarborough, I was like, oh my god, I ran the wicket, please umpire. And I walked to cover, I was like,
You
I've got this,
have to
I've
have a
got
word
this.
with the captain.
Nah, but it did take me a while. I pretended to change my field. Just
Right.
to,
While you were thinking.
and just sprinted in.
Who hits the biggest ball?
There's a few actually. He'd be up there. Leasy would.
Leasy.
Leasy's
I'll
big
tell
lad,
you, he hit a
old man.
massive,
I
honestly.
saw it, extra large.
It is.
Genuine, that's the biggest six I've ever seen live.
Yeah.
Ollie Robinson.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Little pocket
Genuine.
rocket.
Yeah,
Massive,
and
mate,
it
yeah.
was genuinely massive.
Like he ran down to a fast ball and like literally just caught it perfectly, hit it up, and it went like it was like a club ground in Zimbabwe, and it went like over this
Into the
field,
houses.
into the house.
It was massive.
100 meters, man.
Just
I didn't think he had it in him.
Yeah.
He was saying earlier he was complaining about the size of the boundary there.
No, you'll be fine.
Clear it, man. Honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a few. Potsy.
That was very much going around when he came into Test cricket, that people were backing him as a real good batsman. And not having seen much of him in county cricket, watching him come out in Test match, you think, Christ, are you sure?
He's a good batter, man.
Yeah,
He's
He's got a terrible habit of, when he gets bounced out, every now and again, he'll come in and he'll say, "Oh, mate, I should have put that over deep square."
he once did it. He was like watching that.
Yeah.
Worcester. Josh Tongue was bowling. He was bowling quite quickly, and he had like three overs to last. And Tongue bounced him, and he's like sort of proper played like a tailor and gloved it in the air. And he walked off. And he sat down. And he's like, "If I wasn't night watchman, I would have just pulled that." Like, bottom it. It's thinking rapid.
Who's the worst for that then? For like excuses or reasons why they got out?
Leasy's up there, isn't he?
Leasy's up there.
Thing is,
Yeah.
if Leasy gets runs, he's like doing all sorts out there.
All right, yeah.
And if he doesn't, he's like, "Lad, it's flat. You should be scoring runs." It's like, oh. But bowlers are the worst. Like you come off and it's like, see if you bowl a side of like 400. Like I'm number 3, so I put my pads on, and the bowlers would be like, "Lads, it's flat out there. You've got to score your runs." Shit, man, like, pressure's already on.
Do you think bowling is going to become a pointless art at some point? Because everyone just whacks it these days, right? And I know that's not me saying you're not going to have a job in a couple of years. It's just, it feels like there's a certain amount of, well, you lads just have a bowl and we'll chase anything, especially in international cricket.
Yeah. Well, that's where bowlers they'll try and up it again and invent new balls or be better. Yeah, the way the batters are going now, mate, there's just like it's a batter's game, innit? Like it's like you say, they'll try and get as many as they can, and they'll just try and chase it. But I think it's up to the bowlers to try and come up with something and find ways to stop them.
You'll do that one.
Sledging.
Yeah, that's
Sledging.
Well, you've got to bring back
But that's the
sledging.
thing, they've got to bring
the
back
bit.
sledging.
Absolutely.
Well, we have
Maybe
to start that.
maybe that's how
That's how it
Yeah.
should work.
We'll get on that, I think.
There should be no
We'll try and
levels.
Yeah.
the flatter the wicket, the more you're allowed
Yeah.
to give it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Last one then, thanks very much for your time, we do really appreciate it. Tell us something that your coach doesn't know.
Well, he's only just arrived, on so there's a lot that he doesn't know.
I'm a very good piano player.
Are you?
Oh my god.
We heard some piano before, was that you?
Honestly,
I think I was coming out.
go and, can I show you the video of him playing?
yeah.
Go and get my phone. Oh, you got it.
You'll
Yeah.
have to send it to
He's
us
got,
afterwards so we can-
he's got it in his
I'll
favourites.
I'll
isn't
actually put it on the no bands group.
Did you
Yeah,
actually?
I did actually. Yeah.
No, I've got a better one. So this is me and...
Maverick, mate.
So I taught this guy in 20 seconds.
It's fucking class.
The way you're moving,
Yeah,
Charlie, really
proper
into
piano
that.
fingers,
yeah,
hasn't
yeah,
it?
yeah. Jesus. When did this become a passion, or is this
This hasn't come out for a while. Yeah.
wow?
That's in it.
Whoa.
Wow.
Brydon
Yeah.
Carse. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I can't beat that.
Cheers, lads.
Yeah. Cheers.
Thanks so much for your time.
Cheers, mate. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Pleasure, mate.
Cheers, mate. Thanks.
Cheers.
Oh, see, piano fingers.
That's fucking impressive, man, yeah.